Okay, so hello everybody. I am in a kitchen today, a very dark kitchen because today it is raining. Also, I have a really yellow light, so even if I turned on my kitchen light, it would be also disgusting. So I'm just pulling out the old ring light and we're gonna see how this goes. Today's a rainy day, but a perfect day to make something. So today I'm going to be making a Korean side dish. Well, 3 actually. So for the first side dish that I'm going to be making is a spinach Korean side dish known as Sigeumchi-namul. It is made of spinach and it is absolutely so good. And the second side dish I'm gonna be Sukjunamul. It is made out of bean sprouts, but I'm also going to make the spicy version of that also as it by itself. Not sure if it's called something differently spicy, but if not, then I'll put it somewhere on the screen. So I'm gonna get started first with the spinach. Now I'm gonna be using Maangchi's recipe. I've gotten her cucumber, well, I've used her recipe before making bulgogi and cucumbered kimchi and kimchi, and they're both very good. That's why I'm using her recipe. Since I've had it before, I sort of already know it's good and I can trust her. So I'm gonna start with her spinach kimchi recipe, and that is the first link in the description below, so check it out if you want to see it, and her video link. She does a whole video on it, so if you get stuck and just look it up. She's super cute. I love her. Again, I always use her recipes. So let's get started with the spinach kimchi. So for this recipe, you'll need garlic, sesame oil, sesame seeds, green onion, soy sauce, and spinach. First, before I get started, let me add a disclaimer that when buying spinach, this recipe asks for 8 ounces of spinach, and I don't know how to calculate 8 ounces of spinach, so I either got too much or too little. But if anybody in the comments knows how to, let me know in the comments, because I seriously don't know how to measure spinach, because the spinach I got, it doesn't really say how much ounces is in there, and it's not like I don't really have anything to weigh. But either I have too much spinach that the recipe is asking me for, or too little. So bear with me. So speaking of spinach, the very first step is to wash and pick out all the ugly ones, because you don't want to cook any ugly spinach. So after you have cleaned the spinach and you've decided on what you are going to be cooking, so first you grab a large pot and put water into it and boil the water. To blanch vegetables, it can either be super fast or super long depending on what vegetable you're trying to make. Since it's spinach, since it's like leaves, they won't take very long. The recipe, Maangchi says it is 30 seconds to 1 minute, but it all depends on how high you put your pot at. If your water has been boiling for like a long time, it would probably be 30 seconds, or maybe you do have it on high and maybe the water is super hot but you have a lot of spinach. Maybe it will take a minute. It's all visual, but 30 seconds to 1 minute is mandatory. So yeah, but you want to make sure you don't cook the spinach. But before you start blanching your vegetables, grab a bowl of cold water and have it by the sink, so that when you're done blanching your spinach, you're gonna take the pot, take it to wherever that cold water bowl is, and you're gonna take that spinach and put that in the cold water bowl. Because if you just take out the liquid of the spinach will still keep cooking. So you do want to immediately after those 30 seconds to 1 minute put it in a bowl of cold water. Okay, the next step is you wash the spinach, and by wash I mean make sure the spinach is not hot anymore. So when you have it in that cold bowl, keep the cold water going so that you can make sure that the spinach is not cooking, because we still want it super crunchy and like super good. So if you keep it in the hot water for too long, you won't get that crunch, which is what I'm sort of worried about, but let's hope it doesn't get to that. So you take the now cold spinach that is in the cold water bowl and put it, or you can just empty the water out. So once you have the spinach, the now cold spinach in the new bowl, you grab it and squeeze all the excess water out. Water will still come out of the leaves since the leaves absorbed it, which Maangchi said in her video. If you want to see, well, you'll see me do it, but again, she does it, super helpful. So you'll squeeze out the spinach to get all the excess water out, put it back in the bowl, make sure there's no other water in there. Okay, so now we're gonna get started with the mixing, and you will need to get 1 garlic clove minced, 1 green onion, which is chopped, 1.5 teaspoon of soy sauce, 1.5 teaspoon of sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of sesame seeds, and that will be it. So once you have all those ingredients ready, chopped and ready to be put in, now all you have to do is put it in the bowl and mix it by hand. You're pretty much done after you have rubbed it in and believe that the oil and everything is equally distributed. I think I like what we have here. I think this is gonna be a good win. Other than that, look at this! Look at that! Wow! That looks scrumptious. Look at that. Wow, 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 wow. Now I am going to be making the soybean sprouts recipe. I'm going to attempt to make the spicy and non-spicy she put recipes for. So if you were just going for the non-spicy and spicy, I'll tell you what I'm doing so it won't be super confusing. So first you're going to blanch your soybean sprouts. Since I'm going to be making 2 different, the spicy and non-spicy, I'm going to be taking them out. But if you're going to make this soybean sprouts, the non-spicy one, you blanch them for 1 minute and take them out. If you're going for the spicy, then you're going to have to leave the soybean sprouts for 10 minutes to boil. I'm going to be dividing my soybean sprouts in half since I'm going to be making 2 different recipes. So yeah, I'm going to take out after 1 minute, take out the soybean sprouts and leave the rest in for 10 minutes. Okay, so for the ingredients you will need, obviously your washed mung bean sprouts, your garlic, 2 cloves of garlic, fish sauce, salt, green onions, sesame oil, and sesame seeds. So after your bean sprouts have been cooking or blanching for 1 minute, you'll take about half of them out and put them in cold water just like the spinach. Then you will be combining your garlic, green onion, fish sauce, salt, sesame oil, and sesame seeds, and mix it evenly, and you're for the majority done. And then you're done. So now I'll move on from that 10 minutes of doing that. I will start the spicy version of the dish. So after your 1 pound of soybean sprouts are taken out, you will drain it. But you don't have to put it in any cold water. You just take it, you put it into a bowl, and then you will start mixing your ingredients, which are garlic, hot pepper flakes, green onion, fish sauce, sesame seeds, and sesame oil by hand. I'm not going to be mixing it by hand because hot pepper flakes are so hard to get out of your hands, so I'm going to be a little wiener and use a spoon. Because literally the first time I made kimchi, hot pepper flakes haunted me because I could not get the smell off of my hands. So again, disclaimer, don't do what I do. I do not know the measurements of the vegetables exact, but that is my fault. So people want to hate me in the comments, I'm sorry if the measurements don't match up. But now we can try it.